Hello guys, welcome to the Monday forecast. So let's take a look at the market. First we have the euro and the US dollar, and this is starting to look good. So I am seeing a nice ascending starting to form. Overall price action, we are having this larger ascending structure, and now we are also starting to form this smaller ascending at the top, as we can see right here. So I am definitely looking for a reversal to the downside. Let me forecast and paint a picture. So I am definitely looking for something like this. It would be very high probability, but also on the euro pairs we can get an ascending and then an impulse in the same direction. So we can get also something like this, where we impulse up and get a nice flag. So I will be looking out for both scenarios, but I would prefer taking a reversal. Also, what I can forecast is that we start to descend from this point and then reverse up. I would consider taking this trade, but it would then be an ascending going into a descending structure, which usually signals to us a range. So I would definitely be a bit more careful with the entry. So yeah, that's about it what I can forecast at this point. As I said, this price action does look good, so looks like we are starting to clean up a bit with the price action, and let's see if we will get a nice entry. So here we have the euro and the Japanese yen. For this pair, actually what happened, we got this ascending structure and then we did impulse up. So that's exactly what I'm talking about. On the euro pairs it can happen, and also it's important to note that the overall price action was heavily range bound in this area, as we can see right here. So it was definitely stuck in a range, and now it did impulse up. We did have this liquidity area above, but we broke into it and continued. So that is also a nice example of always what I'm talking about, these liquidity areas, that we need to see a nice push through it. So that is exactly what I'm talking about. This is a really nice push through the liquidity area. So currently what I would like to see for an entry, let's do the forecast. I would definitely like to see a nice flag, and I'm definitely entering a flag. I would also like to see a small pullback, push up, break, and a retest trade, or I would like to see a small pullback, then a large push up, and then a nice flag to go long. If we do start to ascend something like this, then I will be looking for a reversal. So be careful, if the price starts to ascend, don't be looking to buy, actually look out for a reversal. So something to keep in mind. And if the price reverses down and we get this V, I will be looking for a range, push down, and then a flag to go short, or any sort of a continuation pattern. Also, what can happen, we can start to descend, and in that case I would be very careful look for a reversal, because then price action would still be stuck in this larger range. It would just get a V reversal and continue to range in this area. So that is not a good sign. So that's about it for EJ. I have to say this finally looks like some clean price action. This finally looks like we're getting some nice moves. We have been stuck in this larger range for a really long time without any good entries except this reversal right here. But by looking at this push, I am expecting for this to continue. So let's see if we will get a nice entry. For the Aussies, they are all ascending, and this is looking clean. I have to say this is looking like really clean price action. So for me there was no entry to go long, actually. Maybe right here some people were looking at this one, so this structure to actually buy, but we got double wicks and this aggressive retrace. When I see double wicks and then aggressive retrace, that is no trade for me. But as I said, we're just breaking the highs, retracing, breaking the highs, retracing, breaking the highs, retracing, breaking the highs, retracing, and forming a nice really clean ascending structure. So I'm 100% looking for a nice reversal down. This is looking very high probability. So if we get a large push down, I will be looking to sell. If we do get more of an ascending, I will be looking also for that reversal to the downside. And it would be even higher probability. If we get a large impulse up, I'll look to buy. If we start to descend from here, I would be a bit careful taking a reversal, since when we get an ascending going into a descending structure, it usually ends up ranging for a long time. So if we do get a descending structure right here and we get an opportunity to get in on a reversal to the upside, I would need to see clean price action, high probability setup, and a really large impulse to the upside. So something to keep in mind, but this is looking very good for a reversal to the downside. Final pair, Aussie Japanese yen, finally getting some really clean price action. As you can see, prior price action has been heavily range bound. It looked like complete crap, and it looked really bad, but now we are getting that cleaner price action. I am really liking this to reverse. As you can see, we are just breaking the highs, retracing, breaking the highs, retracing, breaking the highs, retracing, leaving huge wicks. So huge wick here, right here, huge wicks, huge wick. So really high probability to reverse, same as Aussie US dollar. And at no point was I looking to actually buy this, because as I said, we were leaving huge wicks, breaking just with wicks and retracing all the way to the upside. So at no point was I looking to buy that structure. If we get a large impulse down, I will look for a nice flag to go short. If we get more of an ascending structure, I will look for a reversal to the downside, something like this. If price decides to give us a large push up, I will look for a nice flag, or I will also consider taking a break and a retest trade, since we do know that this pair does like to trend correctively, so that is one characteristic. What I mean trend correctively, it usually trends and has deep pullbacks, something like this. But this I would not classify as trending correctively, since we are just breaking and leaving huge wicks, breaking just with wicks, breaking just with wicks and retracing. So this is a clear ascending structure. If you look back on some of my other videos, you can see when this pair is actually trending correctively. I make a clear distinction, so you can go back, check out some of my videos, and you will find an example. But yeah, also if we get more of an ascending structure, I will also look for a reversal. It will be even higher probability, so a very good sign. If we do get a descending structure from this point and then a reversal, for this particular pair I would stay out. Why? Because ascending into a descending, usually we get a range, and we are trend traders, not range traders. So when we do get an indication a range will happen, we definitely want to stay out of that sort of price action. And reversals on the Aussie Japanese yen usually don't tend to work out. So for me to take a reversal, I really need to see a clean setup, something like this, and then a large impulse down. So something to keep in mind. As I said, if we get a large impulse up, I will look for a nice flag. And that is about it. We can also get sort of a V reversal. As I can see here, we can get this V, get a range, push down, and then get a flag to go short. Always a possibility. But yeah, let's get some evidence. Let's look for a confirmation. Let's look for a large momentum up or down. Let's look for that nice candle to signal to us a reversal. So that's it for the forecast. I will see you guys tomorrow. Price action is starting to clean up. This week has started really nice, and I would say definitely be prepared, because I am expecting some nice moves, especially after we got this heavy range on most of the pairs. So that's it, and I will see you guys tomorrow.